Obama speaks on Saturday to the Human Rights Campaign, which is the largest gay rights organization, and he gives an excellent speech. Everybody's excited. He says, "I'm going to ask, don't tell," and he's against the Defense of Marriage Amendment, and he's going to bring gay folks in America the same rights that we all enjoy, right? So everybody's very happy with that, except people who are paying attention. And a lot of the gay rights activists, and certainly the gay bloggers, were not happy with it. And the reason for that is they're like, yeah. I already heard that when you were running for president, which was great, and that's why I voted for you. But you're not running for president anymore. You are president. And I don't know why you're not doing what you said you were going to do. What are we waiting on, right? And how long is this going to take? And why are you still giving me speeches about what you're going to do instead of doing it? Now, I think it's a very fair criticism. My personal belief on this is that Obama is going to do it, that he's going to do it a little later in his term. My guess is after the 2010 midterms elections. Now, if you don't want to sit around waiting for that, I 100% hear you. And to you, I would say, go forward, move forward, charge ahead. Because if you don't put the pressure on him, guess what? He might not do it. And look, politics is about pressure, so if you're going to apply that pressure, by all means, go ahead and do it. Now, as a neutral observer, I'm not going to judge Obama harshly on this, that he didn't get to it instantly. Obviously, there was enormous economic issues to be dealt with, and then health care, and then we got the economic issues coming back around again, and then we got climate change legislation, and I think it's too unreasonable to ask him to do every single thing on, Now, it's not day one, and but on the other hand, it hasn't even been a year yet, right? Now, if you disagree with me, again, I hear you, and it's a perfectly legitimate disagreement to have. And it doesn't matter if you think that he's on schedule or that he hasn't had time yet. You should put pressure on him anyway, because, like I said, that's how politics works. And if you don't do it, then maybe he doesn't get to it in 2010 or 2011. In fact, one of the organizers of the speech said, look, we can't pretend that it's 2017 and he's out of office. Well, if you waited till 2017, then you waited far, far too long. Let alone whether, you have any idea whether he's going to get reelected for a second term. If that's what you're waiting on, then you're definitely waiting too long. I think if it gets to 2011 and he still hasn't done it, then we got a massive issue in America. Then I'm wrong. Then, he wasn't biding his time. He was messing with you. Okay? We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Now, on Sunday, there was this massive rally, and it was for gay rights, and had a lot of speakers, had a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of grassroots, efforts being put into it, and it kind of got poo-pooed by the people that are in charge, including Congressman Barney Frank, who, of course, is openly a gay member of Congress and is a gay rights advocate, and no one questions his credentials. But I'm not sure I agree with him on strategy. He said, quote, "The only thing they're going to be putting pressure on is the grass." Now, that's a funny quote, and Barney Frank is full of funny quotes, right? But the reality is, no, that is how you put pressure on people. Now, when the right-wingers show up at town halls or they do their teabag parties, the press is all over it, and they cover it ad nauseum, and that winds up creating an effect. And that makes it seem as if they're a huge part of this population, where they're a tiny, tiny percentage of the population. Now, when gay Americans, which are a significant portion of the population, show up, well, obviously that's something that's being talked about, and it should be being talked about, and that conversation in and of itself makes a difference. So I think telling people to stay home and not go to that is nuts. I think that's terrible political strategy. Now, I don't want to sell Barney Frank short here. He's not saying just don't show up. He's saying take those efforts and use it for lobbying, as the AARP does for senior citizens and the NRA does for gun owners. But why can't you do both? And why can't you take that enthusiasm of the march and then apply it to build your email base, to build your base of contributors, and to build your grassroots base of people who are going to work towards that lobbying? Of course you can do both, and in fact the march will help you to do both. My sense of it is there are a lot of people saying to people who want equality now, a little later. And the funny thing is, as I just told you, I'm stuck in the middle because I don't want to tell you a little later. I want to say, go guns blazing right now, okay, because pressure works. On the other hand, I'm not blaming Obama for it. I get political realities, and I don't want to make that seem as if that's the only reality, and I could be wrong about it, right? But I think the way to go is to pressure him now so that you do get that action in 2010 or 2011. But one last thing on why not to wait, right? Because what if the Democrats get their houses clean, literally, the House of Representatives clean, their clock clean in 2010? Because then they're going to turn around and say, well, the midterms didn't go as we planned. Now we have less, representatives. We're not going to be able to take action on that. We just don't have enough votes. And then how angry would you be? And rightfully so.